Hello and welcome. I'm Jane, and today we are joined by my very special friend, Sonia. Sonia, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Sonia is a very busy woman. She's doing her full-time MBA program, and she's also the co-president of the ASA. So thank you for making the time.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Today, I thought I would like to talk about doing the MBA when you are already very established as a person, experienced. So let's start with your experiences first. If you wouldn't mind just giving us a quick background as to what you've achieved so far.
Sure. I'll start at the very beginning. So when I was in my early 20s, I finished an arts degree and I worked in a variety of industries. So I worked for a company in the wine industry, a startup. I worked in healthcare and health promotion. And then I got a job as a graduate in the Australian Public Service with Department of Veterans Affairs.
Yep.
I worked there for about 8 years, and I also did a secondment with the Healthcare Complaints Commission. So I had a bit of a health background. And then I sort of really rose through the ranks. So I got into executive level in the public service, and I was fortunate enough to become the Minister's Advisor during the Gillard government. So that was back in 2010. And I finished my law degree in the evenings while I was doing all of that, and got admitted as a solicitor around that time. So I thought I better go and do something with this. And I knew that the Gillard government wasn't going to get in for a second term, which was unfortunate, but I thought I should do something with this law degree. So then I practiced in private law for a while. Sitting in the background of all of that was an interest to serve my country. So I'd always been interested in joining the military, but I think being a young woman who had gone through a number of personal journeys when I was younger, it was a bit too much of a roadblock for me to do it at a younger age. And so I decided to scratch that itch when I was in my early 30s and leapt off the cliff. And literally like, yes, both before the military and then after the military several more times. So,
Wow.
And so I joined the Navy when I was 32.
Yep.
Yeah, and then sort of progressed. So that was as an officer, what was called a maritime warfare officer. So you sort of do ship driving and missile firing and a whole lot of things. It's a very intense sort of career progression.
Yeah.
And I think last year I really started to look at, okay, what am I doing in terms of my career? Where is my meaning? How is this aligning with my values and me as a person and my career and sort of professional aspirations? And that's when I started to think I need to be in a more agile environment. I need to be in an environment that recognises talent a bit more and has a bit more flexibility and I guess a bit more of a focus on its people. So that's where I, again, leapt off and sort of here we are.
Yeah, that's crazy. Thanks for that. So you've worked for what seemed to me what would feel a lifetime of 3 average Australians so far. So you've got 2 bachelor's degree.
Yes.
You've got a master's degree.
Yep.
You are on your way towards finishing your second master's degree. Do you think that you could be a little bit of an overachiever?
Yes. And I think this can be a common problem for women as well, and possibly coming into the MBA. I mean, what started this journey was that I was looking at getting into consulting and there were so many gaps in my knowledge. I thought I want to know the latest in business practice. I want to understand data analytics and statistics. I want to understand finance. And maybe I could have learnt that on the job, but there was something about taking a bit of time out and exploring that in my own personal journey as well.
Yep.
But I think for women, we often underrate ourselves. And so, we tend to do this thing called overachieving, which I used to think was a good thing. And now I realise it's not so much a good thing. Yeah, you have to be so careful about your burnout as well.
Yeah. Finish your MBA first, though.
That's right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Nice. So what would be your alternatives, I guess, after you finish this MBA program? Do you have any directions?
Yeah, so I think firstly I went into this thinking that maybe I would go into consulting and I wanted to work in strategic level consulting. I wasn't so interested in organisational level. I didn't really want to solve small problems. I wanted to solve really big problems. So looking at McKinsey, BCG, Bain, those types of companies. There's a challenge there for someone of my age. I already have all this experience and I've already just devoted a huge chunk of my life to my career. And so it's also that question about finding balance and going, okay, am I prepared to spend a huge chunk of my time working for another organisation that is going to take so much from me?
Yeah.
And I'm prepared to do that as long as I'm working with really smart people and solving difficult things. So that certainly is something that interests me. But I'm now starting to think about this as a risk equation. So Nassim Nicholas Taleb writes a lot about risk, and it's something that really fascinates me. And so I'm also now looking a bit more down the entrepreneurial path and starting my own business.
Maybe. Interesting.
Yes,
okay.
But that's very scary. So
yeah. Okay. Well, best of luck. I'm sure you'll figure out your way, throughout this whole program, and hopefully you'll be able to decide that point when it comes to it.
Yeah, I think so. And I think that's what's great about the MBA program is that I get this time to, I mean, we're very busy, as you know, but I do get this time to explore. And actually we do subjects where I can explore through learning, officially as well. So it's not something I have to do outside of my MBA. So that for me is very exciting.
Great. All right. So if you are someone who already has a wide range of experience and knowledge, but you're not sure whether if the MBA program is a good fit for you, please reach out to, can I leave your LinkedIn details?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to help.
Okay, great. Please reach out to Sonia. I will leave her LinkedIn profile down on the comment section below. And don't forget to press the subscribe button so that the next video will load straight to your box. Thank you so much, Sonia.
Thanks, Jane.
See you next time.